Hey, shalom. Welcome to Hebrew Literacy. We are going to be continuing in Exodus chapter 27 in the original Hebrew. And I know last time we did the first two verses, but I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll put those notes up. And I've made that video unlisted. And we'll just kind of go through a quick review of those because there was a lot of technical stuff at the beginning that might have been a problem. And I don't want people to be thrown off by that, okay? Yeah, so we will make this a premiere instead. Hopefully I'll be able to be there with you guys, but we'll see. At least you'll have the lesson. You won't have to list. You won't have to miss any of the learning, okay? אבינו מלכנו, כן יהי רצון כי בלילה הזאת כי תשלחנה את ברכות ממך משמיים על כל תלמודי. תעזרנה אותם, אדוני, ללמוד טוב בעיניך. תיתנה אותם את זיכרונים טובים בזכות ישוע המשיח. All right, just praying for you guys to have really good understanding and learning and all that kind of stuff. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. Oops, that's not what we need. This one. Better. All right, yeah. Here we go. All right. So, here we are. This is Kaf Zayin, that's 27. And it says, Ve'asita et hamizbeach atzei shetim. Ve'asita, so you shall make the verb asa, ayin, sin, hey, and the hey went away, right? The ta reminds us of ta, meaning you. And maybe we'll just add some more there, so that'll be kind of a nice thing. There we are. So the ta, of course. Why, I'm trying to think where it's got the... Okay. Ta, of course, reminding us of ata. Right? The tav part there. We have at the end of the verb. Okay. So asita from asa. Asita, you did. We have our special vav. Ve'asita, that's a vav conversive. Changing the aspect. That's our flux capacitor. So instead of asita, you did, ve'asita, and you shall do. Or I like to be more flexible with these vavs. So you shall do, so you shall make. What do we do? What do we make? Et hamizbeach. Et, of course, is our DDO, the definite direct object marker. So we don't translate that guy. Although I have some teachings where I share that I feel that is the reference, the alpha and omega is a reference to the aleph and the tav. That guy, that it's all throughout Scripture, and you don't really notice it, especially if you're fluent in Hebrew, you don't notice it. But there it is, unnoticed everywhere. Many verses have it in there. So to be the alpha and omega is to be immersed in the Scripture, the aleph and the tav. So alpha and omega being first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, and aleph and tav being first and last of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay. Maybe I'll get a little bit bigger here. Burk. There we go. Okay. Ha. The Mizbeach, right? So, of course, remembering that ha means the. Ha. So, whenever you have a ha on front of a word, The usual pattern, the way it shows up mostly, is with that ah, the patach under it, and the dagesh, the dot in the next letter. Okay? There are alternate spellings if that can't happen. So ha, from the ancient hal, became ham. Mizbeach is altar. So ve'asita et ha-mizbeach. So asa, make, ta, you. So you will make et ha-mizbeach, the altar. How are you going to make it? Maybe I'll get myself a bit bigger here. There we go. Atze shittim. So the word eitz is a tree or wood. It has either of those meanings. Context tells you how it works. Atzim means woods or trees, even though we don't say woods in English. I mean, unless you're talking about like a forest, the woods. But like a pile of wood, we don't say, oh, look at the woods I have over there. What? I thought you had one wood. No, I have many woods. In Hebrew, it has singular and plural, even though English doesn't, right? Dereva, right? So, atzeh is we drop the mem. So that's the wood of, the trees of shittim, acacia. So acacia wood. This altar is supposed to be made with acacia wood. Chamesh amot. Chamesh, 5 amot. Kubitz, or forearm lengths. Orech, it's length. And I'm not spending as much time in these first two verses because we did cover them last time. I just thought I'll do a little bit of a more in-depth review and take down that other video. Okay. So, but those of you who saw it live, you saw it. Orech, the length. Orech, of course, is a great word. This root shows up all over the place. So, yeah. Arach is to lengthen, right? So in the Ten Commandments, we have that God tells us, if you honor your father and your mother, lema'an, so that ta'arichun, so that will be aracht, will be arach. Ta, you arichun, so that you all will lengthen, exclamation point, yamecha, your days. So you live longer by honoring our parents. Okay. V'chamesh, and 5, amot, kabitz, or forearm lengths, rohav, rochav, it's width. I was distracted by the mouse pointer not showing up. Ravua, 4-sided, having 4 sides. This is actually a passive participle, if you care about that, from the verb rava, which is to have 4 sides, or to be 4. This is where we get the word down below. If you'll just look at the next verse, arba. See, the reish beit ayin, having 4. Arba is the number 4. So here's reish beit ayin. See it all? Okay. Ravua, having 4 sides. Yichyeh. The yod tells you he or it. It shall be. Okay. And if you remember, I shared with you guys before that the way it usually works I'm getting the hang of it here. Hold on. Give me a sec. There we go. Better. Is we have the verb, of course, reading right to left, and then we have subject, right? That's the normal direction. Verb and then subject. So, if we that's kind of a cool effect. Maybe I'll leave it like that. What's that color that's moving? You guys remember when I used to have animated colors like that years back? Those recordings that disappeared from our server. Sad. Okay. Recorded so professionally too. Okay. There we are. All right. So, Yihye, what will be? There's our verb. Sorry. Still working out some of the equipment issues. verb, and then here's our subject. Will be ha-mizbeach, the altar. Okay, the altar will be. All right, continuing. V'shalosh, and 3 amot, 4 arm lengths. Now there was a standard, okay? It wasn't just like, even though they called it that, it's kind of like today we say feet. And we don't mean that it can be a different foot length for every person. There was a standard to the foot length that was used. Komato. This is the word koma, which means height. It's from the word kum, right? Kum, like standing. Koma can mean height, or it can also mean like standing grain, right? Grain that's already healthy and big and standing. So koma. So remember, we have this thing where if you have a word that ends in, oh, here, that's a good one. If you have a word that ends in a hey, right, like susa. Susa. And we want to put a suffix on it to say his. So susa is a female horse, a mare. And we want to say his mare. That hey is going to revert back to the ancient feminine ending that was thou or tav, we call it today, right? So susat and often with a hyphen afterwards, right? And then you have your other word over here, means mare of, female horse of, right? The ancient ending comes back, okay? So if I want to put a suffix on there, it's no problem. I can do this. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to change slides on you. Come down. I just put my O on the end. Oh. So susa to means the mare of her. Oh, pardon me, of him. So his mare. His mare. All right. Okay, let's continue. Okay, hold on. Got some issues here. Oh, that one. There we go. There we go. Okay, good. So that's verse 1, pretty long. Komatoho. Its height. It's saying he because Mizbeach is masculine, right? It's calling it a he. So his height, meaning its height. So Yichyeh HaMizbeach. So the altar shall be, okay, I'm sorry, Ravua Yichyeh HaMizbeach. So shaped like a rectangle with 4 sides, the altar shall be. V'shalosh, and 3 amot cubits. And we're going to do double duty with that verb. The Yichyeh will be, even though it's not there in the Hebrew, komato. It's koma. The koma of O. Its height. Okay? Rather, height of it, right? Koma, height. The hey became a tav of it. All right. Continuing. Ve'asitaha karnotaiv ahal. Okay, so ve'asita, same thing we had up over here again. So again, and you shall make karnotaiv. So the vav I already colored in from last time. So keren is a horn, right? And then karnotayim are horns, right? It's feminine and they show up in the dual because usually an animal has 2 of them. So karnotayim, just like here, koma became komat, right? Maybe I should write that. So the word was Koma. Koma. And the hey became the tav. That's how you know it's of, right? So komat of him. Now that was a feminine from the dual, that example. So here we have karnotayim. Pardon me, not dual. This is just feminine singular. Here we have karnotayim, so that's a dual form. So ayim, we deleted the mem when it ends in a mem. That just goes away. Okay. So karnote would be dual horns, tatanka, horns of vav, him, horns of him. Okay. So same as this guy here, same ending. So it's horns, because again, it's all talking about hamizbeach, the altar. All right. So continuing, al, upon, arba, 4. Pinotiv. So pina, there's a very famous verse that talks about the rosh pina, like the cornerstone, right, or the chief stone, the most important stone. The rosh, meaning head, pina, on the corner, right? So pina is corner. So here we have pinot, that's plural, corners, okay, of him. So it's corners. So arba, so al upon, arba, 4, pinotiv, of its corners, of his corners. Again, the his, all going back to Mizbeach, right? So those vavs, those suffixes, they're all bringing us back, right? So they're all referring to this guy. This is it's called the antecedent, right? Burk. And this guy, Burk. And this guy looks like I did a line already last time, but keep going with my blue, or is that too messy? Ouch. Oh well. It is what it is. Mimenu. From him, from it, again, pointing back, berk, okay? And this word you just have to learn, he's a little bit weird. Okay. Okay, shrink ray. Tinheyena. This is again from Haya, right? Haya, we had it over here. I circled the yod. In this case of Haya, to be or to exist or to become, that yod is telling you it's a he, it's a it. Again, pointing over. Oh, hold on. We're having an issue here. Hold on. Pointing over to Hamizbeach. That's it. All roads point to the altar. Okay? But now, Tinheyena, the tav actually, at the beginning, the tav in conjunction with this na ending, those two things together, it means they, when they're all girls. Like it could be a bunch of women, not a single man. You can't have any men there. If it's just women, so it's all feminine, plural, then you can use this. So the t and the na tells me this is talking feminine, plural about something. And so what is it talking about? Karnotiv. It's horns. Right? Even though Keren sounds like it's masculine, you can see from here, Karnot, it's feminine. So Tinheyena shall be Karnotiv. Again, his horns. Why we got the his here? Going back to the altar again, back to the Mizbeach. Joining in. Okay. Vetzipita oto nechoshet. Tzipita, we've had this word a few times. Tzipita, it's from the word tsadi, pay, hey, and the hey went away, right? That's to overlay, like to coat something. So tzipita, again, that ta makes you think of the ata we had up over here. Ata, right? Asita, you made. Asita, you made. Tzipita, you overlaid. But then we have the vav, changing the aspect. So ve and tzipita, instead of you made, you shall make, pardon, you shall overlay, oto, him or it, again, that's pointing back to HaMizbeach. And then here we have to imply the English with. The text could have said be, the bait to mean with. Could have had a bait right there, that would have been okay. But oftentimes it gets left out in Torah Hebrew, so make it with nechoshet, copper. Some people will insist that this is bronze. The same word means both things, context. I tend to think this is probably copper because of the time period, but anyway. So nechoshet. I'm going to say copper. You can disagree. That's fine. Yeah, we don't have to make it today anyway, so. All right, verse Gimel. How are we doing on time? All right, not bad. All right. Verse Gimel. Hold on, I gotta get a bunch of red lines off my screen so I can see the text. Ve'asitaha sirotaiv ledashanoho ve'yan umizerokotaiv umizgelotaiv umachtotav. It's right there, it's so close. Ve'asita, so you shall make sirotaiv. Sirotaiv. So what is sirot? What is sirot? Sir. Even though it looks feminine, the feminine is ending, it's actually a masculine word, sir. Now, sir is like a bowl or like a basin, something like this, a tub. So sirot, that's the plural, tubs of Ive, again, of him, of it. Okay. Again, going back. Whoops, I can't erase that one. Interesting. Okay. Going back. Everybody's going over there. The altar's basin, the altar's tub. Ledashono. This is lamed. The lamed is 4. And this word is deshen. 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 How is that? The pains I go through for effects. Okay. So, Deshen is like the fatty ashes. The ashes from the fat. Deshen can also mean oil, right? So in this context, though, it's the fatty ashes. All right. Was it worth it for the that's going on in the background? Was it worth it? All right. Oh, it's on that one. See, why is it? There we go. Colors look better now, right? For the fatty ashes of him. His fatty ashes. Right? So, of course, going back, all these suffixes going back to the antecedent, hamizbech, the altar. Okay. Vaya'aiv. This means, and it's little shovels. They're like little shovels for scooping out the ashes, right? Little holy shovels. This is a ya. Ya. Though I don't think, I'm trying to think. I don't think we ever see this guy. Oh, I can't quite reach it. We don't ever see this guy, ya, in a standalone singular form without a suffix or something. So, ya, yod, ayin, ya. Notice this is not the same as the short version of God's name, like hallelujah. That's different. This is ya. There's an ayin there, ayin, ya. So that's little shovel, like these little golden shovels. Ya'im are shovels. We drop the mem, ya'i, shovels of, and then we put the vav on, of him, ya'iv. Oops, what happened? Go back. Okay. Whoop, going back again. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I think I can reach. Nope. Yeah, okay. Oh, Mizrakotav. So this is from Mizrak. A Mizrak, it's like a big bowl, a ceremonial crater. So again, it's because it comes before a mem, right? So that's our bump schwa rule, right? You guys remember the bump schwa. So, and Mizrak, even though it seems like it's masculine, it's actually feminine. You can tell because the ot here, ot. So, Mizrakot, and ceremonial craters of Ive. Of him. Stop doing that. Hope that's not bothering you guys too much, those. Of him. Of it. Again, going back to Hamizbeach, the altar. Umiz legotiv. So, and mizlag. Mizlag is the word. That's a fork, right? So we had the little shovels, like maybe giant spoons, you could have thought of them. And the forks of Ive, of him. So it's forks. Umachtotiv. Umachtotiv. This is a machta. Machta. So you can see mem, chet, tav, and then hey, and then when it goes to the plural, something ending in a becomes ot, right? Like susa, emer, susot. Umachtotiv. This is, what's the word? So the purpose is, and machta, you see this a lot in Vayikra, in Leviticus, it's like a pan that was used for carrying hot coals around, right? You could put the hot coals in and you could carry them from one place to the other. Maybe coal pan? Fire pan. I've heard it. Fire pan. Okay. Or scuttle. Umachtotiv. And the fire pans, the scuttles of Vav, again, of him, of it. I thought if I moved it like that, I could escape from making it turn. Leave it outlined. Lechol, for all of. See the little. We have the little makef there. It looks like a hyphen. Whenever you see that, those words were read as one word in ancient times. So it would have been lechol kelav, as if it was a compound word. But we don't do that anymore, even in the synagogue, reading from the scroll. Lechol, for all of K-Live. K-Live. Right over there. Okay. Oh, I want the star field again. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Good. There we go. Oh, I was on a cool one before I missed it. So, this is an important word. You should learn this word. It's very versatile. Khli. Khli. Khli is like a tool, an instrument, stuff. Very versatile. That can be used for all kinds of things. So, Khli. You have like Khli milchama, meaning a neshech, like a weapon of war, right? You have Khli nashim, like something used by women, right? So it might mean like a beauty product, or something that they use in modern. If we use this in modern, if this you have the same kind of usage, then it could mean like even like a taser or something, mace. So it's very, very flexible. It can mean a vessel, right? The vessels that are used for storing liquids and such. Oh, look at this. Why am I? Oh, I know what's happening. Interesting. My hand, if I can get it just right, it was going see-through. All right. Enough of that. So, Khli became Kalim, which is plural. Tools, drop the mem, Kalive, all of its tools, all of its vessels, all of its stuff. Oh, it's not going to let me. Oi. Ta'aseh. So here we have that asa, the same verb we had up there. Up here, asita was you did, and you made, which became with the vav, and you shall make. But here, we have the tav at the beginning, telling us, also reminding us of the ata over there, the same way, right? So, ta, so that's, sorry, trying to find the right tool. Doesn't want to let me go there. Oh, no. Okay. I just want to make it blue. I really hope we can get one of these pad controls I was telling you guys about. You can assign one key to like do whatever view or whatever color. So hoping maybe later this year we'll be able to make it more professional with one of those. So the tav there, that's what I wanted to make it blue to be consistent. There we go. So that guy, again, just like we had it up over there, asita, at the end of the verb, here we have it ta'ase at the beginning of the verb, reminding you of ata, you. Just don't let this one fool you. It's a little unfortunate, but it does mean you talking to a man, but it can also mean she, right? So just context will show you, okay? But it's clear Moshe is receiving instructions what to do. Hashem saying, do this, do that, do that. So very clearly, ta'aseh, you shall make with or of, nechoshet, make it of copper, all right? And let's see, how long is our... Okay, let me just glance at the next verse. Maybe if it's too long, then should we cut here? Maybe I'll go through this next one just a little bit quicker, so you guys can have 4 verses at least. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Ve'asitaha lo Michbar. Ma'aseh. Reshret nechoshet. Can't quite reach that far. So again, ve'asita. You. Stop doing that. Oh, I didn't touch it with my hand or nothing. Oh, look, it drew it and it still changed. Interesting. Ta, for ata. You shall asa, and you shall make lo. The lamed, you should know this by now. The lamed is for, and then the o at the end, for him. For it. Make for him. Make for it. I should have been outlining them. I think that looks nicer like that. Maybe I'll do it like that from now on. Instead of all the sloppy coloring over it. It doesn't look so great. A michbar. Michbar is like a grid. Make a grid. We see this. The verb from this can mean to crisscross and such. So michbar, like a grid, a lattice. A lattice maybe is better. Ma'aseh. Ma'aseh. Now look, the verb we know. Asa, to do. And as I've shared with you guys, that when you see a noun that you don't know, but you recognize the verbal root, like in this case, ayin, sin, hey, we've got all three root letters, and it has a mem stuck on the front. If that mem is not the mem meaning from, which this is not, it would be may with two dots if it was, right? Then this is probably a noun that is somehow related to what the product of the verb, or it's used by the verb to do the thing, okay? So we're being told, ve'asita and ta'aseh, you shall do, you should make. So this is going to be ma'aseh, a work, right? What do you make? A work, or like a handiwork. Ma'aseh of reshet nechoshet. Reshet is a net of nechoshet, of copper. Okay. Ve'asita alha achareshet. Sorry. You're trying to focus. Look over here. Okay. Ve'asita achareshet. There, that's correct. And you shall make. See the ta. You shall make upon the reshet, upon the net, arba tabe'ahot, 4 rings, right? So in Hebrew, Adon ha-tebaot is the Lord of the rings. Ha, right? So we don't say ha, we just say Adon, Lord of ha the tebaot. So the construct carries over. So the Lord of the rings. Nechoshet. Pardon me. Nechoshet. Copper. Al arba ketzotahiv. Upon 4 of, and then ketza is an extremity. Ketz means the end, right? Ketz ha'aretz is the end of the earth, right? Katzei ha'aretz are the ends of the earth. Okay, and you'll get ketza will be like an extremity. You used to talk about the yereot, the curtain strips that were in the Heichal, in the temple, in the Beit HaMikdash, and in the Mishkan. So ketzot is plural, ends or extremities of vav, of it, of him. Okay, there we go. We finished 4 verses, pretty good there. And I think the timing is not bad. I want to make sure there's time to get this uploaded in time. Maybe I'll just read through one more time for those of you who would like to practice your reading. Again, these directed immersion classes are for anyone at any level, really. I know someone who really learned how to read in here, just immersing himself, throwing himself in, asking questions and stuff. So, but I'll just read through it now so it's faster instead of canting. Okay, it'd be kind of brisk maybe. Okay. ועשית את המזבח עצי שתים, 5 אמות אורך ו5 אמות רוחב רבוע. יחיה המזבח ו3 אמות קומתו. ועשית קרנותיו על 4 פינותיו ממנו, תחיינה קרנותיו, וציפית אותו נחושת. ועשית סירותיו לדשנו ויעב, ומזרקותיו ומזלגותיו ומחתותיו, לכל כליו תעשה נחושת. ועשית לו מחבר מעשה רשת נחושת. ועשית על הרשת 4 טבעות נחושת על 4 קצותיו. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Please make sure to leave comments down below. I hope you guys had a good discussion in the chat. Not sure if I will have been there with you or not. Isn't time wonderful in English? But keep pushing through you with your immersion studies. Trust me, you stick with it, stick with us. You are going to love where you are a year from now, half a year from now. I get so much feedback almost every day. I hear from somebody telling me, hey, this method really is helping me. I struggled. Some people say I studied for years and finally I'm having breakthroughs. Others are new and they can't believe it that and this is not like, it's not like something just amazing about me, but just I noticed with 30 years plus of, over 30 years of studying biblical Hebrew and teaching people biblical Hebrew on the side, I noticed what works. And so this is what works. So I hope you guys will really stick with it so you can have the benefit and the blessing of Lashon HaKodesh. All right. Have a great day. I hope your day will be awesome and filled with blessings. Shalom, shalom.